Hello. So I thought I'd do a video about street photography. I might have to pause here and there. As you can see, it's a little noisy. I'm at the seaside, a place called Pensarn on the coast of North Wales. Over there is Blackpool Tower, over there is Isle of Man. And like I said, this is the seafront, a lot of people walking past, walking their dogs. So it might be noisy, might have to pause, that kind of thing. So I'm out here with my trusty Minolta X300, rotor winder on it, and a 28mm lens. Love shooting with this. When I'm doing street photography, I like to get up close. There's an adage that if you're not close enough, you're not trying hard enough, you're not doing it properly. I think there's truth in that, for me. There's no one else here. But yeah, that's how I work, how I operate. Street photography for me is about being in that headspace, and like I said in previous videos, the headspace that you're in can change in the course of maybe a week or even a few hours, in terms of where you're at, about how close you want to get. Are you a very people-y person? I'm not. Would you believe I'm not? Don't like them. Never have. But I love photographing people. And like I said again in previous videos, I use this in order to try to understand people and try to understand behaviour, try to capture behaviour, and then say, what's going on in that photograph? What's going on between those two people or that group of people? So here today in Pensarn, it's post-Christmas, some gorgeous light. I think we're about an hour left of light, so it's about getting busy. I've already taken about 10 frames. I'm happy. And like I said before, I keep using that phrase, if you've only taken 10 frames or 5 frames, that's fine. You've done photography. Or if you've just come out and held the camera, that's fine too. Okay? Don't put yourself under pressure. It's important. Street photography, are there rules? The 3 rules I try to stick to are: you can't photograph homeless people, you can't photograph disabled people or children. Keep it simple, okay? But what I'm looking for is people who look the same. Two ladies just coming up here, both wearing black coats, both wearing the same kind of glasses. I love like 2 of something or 3 of something or 4 of something. People wearing clothing, unusual clothing in unusual places, or doing something unusual in like it's a regular place. All around me, someone just gone past on a bike, great action shot, but as you can hear in the background, got a train going past. But there's a big debate. There's always been a big debate about taking photographs in a public place. And there was that thing, I think in the 90s, 2000s, about areas where you weren't allowed to do photography. They had a particular name and I can't remember what it's called now. It wasn't Asbury, it was something else. I don't think that's a thing now. But I try to be diplomatic when I'm doing street photography. For instance, if I'm doing street photography in my hometown, just over there, because it's a very small town, it's a little market town, I try to be very diplomatic and sensitive. I do a lot of street portraiture. In other words, I'll approach someone, can I take your photograph? Gai tynnu y lluniau di, in Welsh. Because I think it's important to be sensitive, diplomatic and polite. But there's a factor that every single person you're walking past has a camera phone which can take HD photographs and send those all over the world in seconds. So this is a 35mm camera. I have to send the film off, have it developed, scanned, and then upload it to the internet, which can take 5 days. So there's that. There's 2 guys coming down here with skateboards. I really want to photograph them. Don't know. Skateboards are cool. I love photographing skateboards. So yeah, street photography. Post below if street photography is your thing. Tell me your approach to it. Maybe what equipment you use, cameras, stuff like that. Do you have a particular mantra that you stick to in terms of taking photographs of people in a public place? Have you been approached and stopped by people? I have. In Carnarvon recently, it was this really great light, and this woman walks up to me, "Did you just take my photographs?" No, I didn't. And I was a little less diplomatic than normal, don't know why. I think I was just pissed off because it was great light and I wanted to take photographs. I didn't want to be stopped from taking photographs. So I tried to explain to this woman, and could have gone better. Sorry to the photography fraternity out there. But yeah, often in photography, street photography, you've got to be very determined. Another thing you find is that when people see the camera, they will adjust their route, avoid you, change their behaviour, again, which is a little bit frustrating, but that's just how it is. We're living in an age where people are very sensitive about having their photograph taken because people are misusing images out there. There's a lot of misuse of images and use of images of people without the consent for reasons which are illegal or for scamming and things like that. So can you blame people for being sensitive about having their photograph taken? No. You know, that's the world we're living. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here, and I'll see you again soon. I'm going to take a few more photographs. You take care.